Online reviews can literally either make or break your business. So, what do you do when you get a negative one? What if it's a false review? Or what if someone's just going off and being inappropriate? Or what if it's even a valid negative review? How do you handle this and protect your online reputation? My name is Abby Johnson. I'm with Matterhorn Business Development. I've worked with business owners in over 40 different industries to help them grow a profitable business. Now, during this process, I look at every area of the business to see what we can optimize, where we can get more profit, what systems need to be improved. Naturally, online reviews come up. A lot of people aren't optimizing their Google business pages. You can check out our other videos on that. And I see a lot of people not taking advantage of gathering reviews consistently. So if you're clicking on this video, I'm assuming you already are gathering reviews on a consistent basis. Today, let's talk about how to handle those reviews that make your blood boil, keep you up at night, and how you can properly respond to them. So the first thing to figure out is this review valid or not? Did this actually happen? Is what this person is saying true? Did this interaction occur? Did someone make a mistake or not? And once you've determined that, then you can go from there on your handling. Now, obviously, if you're the only person in the business, you're going to know whether it happened or not. But sometimes it's about an interaction with an employee, and you may have to go talk to them about it and find out what actually happened with this customer or client. Let's take the easiest scenario, which is that it was a valid complaint. You're a restaurant and a person ordered a rare steak and you gave them a medium steak. There's not much to dispute there. There's not much to go back and forth about. This is very easy, but you should just respond, "Hey, blank, I'm sorry you didn't have a good experience at our restaurant. We would love to have you back to come make this right." If you know the person or know how to contact them offline, you are allowed to contact them and say, "Hey, I saw you had a bad experience. I would love for you to come in and have a free meal on us to make it right," or whatever you want to do. And then if the person does come in and they have a good experience, then you can ask them to change their review or take it down. This is just very cut and dry. It's very easy to see and very easy to handle. You just have to actually respond and address it and take responsibility for it calmly. Whenever you're responding to reviews, typing out a response, you have to think about the fact that potential customers are going to read your responses. So number one, you want to make it right with the customer who's upset. And number two, you want to show that you're taking responsibility to potential customers. You don't want to appear crazy or combative or anything like that. It's very easy to just acknowledge and move on. Another thing I want to mention here that applies to everything I'm going to cover in this video is if you are a healthcare provider or a lawyer or something that requires confidentiality, such as the HIPAA laws or attorney-client privilege or whatever, you have to abide by that. You have to still uphold that when you're responding to reviews. So just keep that in mind that if someone says something, you can't say, "We saw that you came in on March 15th and you never came back again." Like, you can't say that. Or, "Hey, you came in with hip pain and you told us your hip pain was gone, so that doesn't align with what you're saying here." You can't say that, right? So you still have to abide by your profession's laws. And it's very easy to make your responses generic, such as, "We're sorry you had a bad experience. Please contact our office manager so we can make it right," or something along those lines, so that you are not revealing any personal information about this person. So the next escalation of this is, let's say it's a valid review and something that actually happened, but it is exaggerated. It's blown out of proportion. It's a small complaint that has now been made a mountain of. So the person's like, "I ordered rare and they gave me medium and everyone there was awful to me and every piece of food tasted awful and this place should be shut down because their food sucks so bad," and whatever. Like, they're just really going on. And we know that's not true. You made a mistake with your steak, but I'm sure not every piece of food in your restaurant is awful, right? Again, this would be the same response as the first one of just replying calmly and reaching out to make it right with this person. I know these type of reviews can really get at you because you know the person is exaggerating and that it's not true. And this type of person probably isn't going to let you make it right, but you should offer to make it right. But the important part here is that you are showing that you can take responsibility, you can reply calmly, and other customers who are reading those reviews and your responses are going to appreciate that. The worst thing, and I've seen this from people, is they start arguing with the person in the review. that's not what happened. It was just the steak. We have the best French fries in the county. No one's ever complained about our broccoli or our bread. I don't know. I'm making stuff up, but like the owner gets heated, and I get it because this is personal and that might be how you're feeling, but that's not what you put down on paper or on the computer that everyone can see. So you really need to respond calmly, because if someone just sees two people arguing, especially as the owner or manager or whatever, and you're just responding online and fueling the fire, that's going to lose respect and it's going to lose customers. If you're someone who, let's say you have 100 5-star reviews and you've gotten 3 1-star reviews, most people will look at those 1-star reviews and see how you responded, and they see like, oh, this person is just kind of crazy, but the owner kept their cool. Like, I'm still going to try this place out. So realize that whatever your response is, everyone can see, and you will be judged on your response. So just stay calm and collected. If you want to go swear out loud or to yourself or to your spouse, you can do that, but keep it calm on the computer. All right, the next escalation of this is someone just absolutely ranting and raving, being inappropriate, using cuss words, maybe even making false statements in there. And when it gets to this level, it's actually a violation of terms of most websites. This is usually where you can report the review and possibly have it taken down. This is up to the review process of Google or Yelp or whomever, and there's no guarantee that the review is actually going to be taken down, but you can report it as being against the terms of service of the website. Now, if this happens to you, if you respond to the review first before reporting it and you validate that this review has any validity to it. So let's say someone's ranting and raving about their steak and calling the waitress mean names and whatever, and you say, hey, that's not what happened, and she's our best waitress, and blah, blah, blah. You start arguing. You're giving even an ounce of validity that the person was there and that is plausible and could have happened. Sometimes Google or whatever site will look at that as you're validating that it was true. Usually though, with the cussing and swearing, that's seen as very inappropriate, and because it violates terms, you can win out on that. But what I would suggest is first report the review. There's usually a little flag you can click to report it to Google, and then respond to the comment. And you can even not address the person. You can just say, this is an inflammatory comment that has been reported for violating Google's terms. Here at Joe's Restaurant, we really value our customers and try to make every interaction right, blah, blah, blah. You can even say something nice about your business, but I wouldn't respond directly to the person, or that review might not get taken down. Another option here is if someone is really particularly nasty or the review hasn't been taken down or something like that, is you can seek legal counsel. There are business lawyers who specialize in this, and they have other ways to get through the system, or they've at least done this enough that they know the route to take. I mean, you can really escalate it to litigation and all of that if it's really eating at you, but I wouldn't suggest dumping money into that. Honestly, I would suggest just bite the bullet and move on. This one review isn't going to change your life or affect your business to that degree, but that is an option you have. Okay, the next is that the review is from a fake person. Maybe this person never even came in. It's a bot or it's spam or something like that. You can report that. You can say, we don't have any records of you as a customer or whatever it may be. This is kind of harder if you're in maybe a brick and mortar store where someone's coming in and shopping. You might not know every single customer that walks through your store. But if you are someone that keeps detailed records of your customers, then you might know this person never even was a customer. That is also a type of review that you can report. You can respond and say, we don't have a record of this customer existing, or this has been reported to Google or whatever. But again, if you have any sort of HIPAA or confidentiality clauses, I would just not respond at all, just so that it doesn't look like you are violating those clauses. And if you're unsure, always seek legal counsel regarding that. Okay, the final type of bad review is an employee. Let's say you have a disgruntled employee. They messed up, you fire them, and now they're super mad and they're trying to hurt your business in some way, hurt your reputation, whatever it may be. An employee leaving a review, especially I know on Google is actually a violation of their terms. This is seen as a conflict of interest, and reviews are for customers, not for employees. So again, this is a type of review that you could report for violating their terms. I would not interact with this. I would maybe reach out to the person outside of the internet and see if you can make it right with them. Unfortunately, the type of people who do this kind of thing are much harder to negotiate with or reason with. So I don't know if you're going to have much luck getting through to them offline. Another thing to consider is if these are false statements, inflammatory statements, and all of that, definitely seek legal counsel if something has escalated and you are not able to handle it on your own through the platforms. All right, I hope this was helpful and now you feel armed and ready to tackle bad reviews. The last thing I want to say is just don't let these eat at you. These are usually a small percentage. Go read your good reviews to kind of outweigh those bad reviews and remember why you do what you do. Just keep going, just respond civilly and move on with your day and go help all of your wonderful customers and clients who love you, and don't let this ruin your day. I know that's hard, but try to not let it eat at you and just move on. All right, if you found this helpful and if you are trying to build a profitable business that can run without you, I highly suggest booking a call below. This is a free profit assessment where we take a look at your business, identify what the biggest problems and barriers are, and what needs to be done to fix them. Click below and book that call today.